going on, guys? This is Darren speaking, and this video I'm just gonna talk about when you should be trading, what age you should be trading if you're young, and should teenagers be allowed to train by the age of 13 or to 15? What age when you're young you should be training at? So I'm just gonna talk about in this video. That's what I'm going to be discussing in this video. And I'm just going to put a disclaimer in this video: always do your own due diligence beforehand in terms of training and you getting into trading, and always do your own due diligence. And for me, I'm just speaking in my opinion, and I'm just giving you my experience and my opinion. So yeah, so a bit of background about me. The age I started training at was when I was 13. I've been I was training at a school gym, and for me, I was just doing a bit of weights. So you're talking about using the dumbbells and just curling it, and then doing a bit of a lot of body weights. When I was at the teenage, like my early teens, 13, 14, I was just doing a lot of body weights, push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, using a dip bar. I was just using my body weight at my full advantage. And in terms of that, I was really into sports, so I was doing a lot of sports. I was in an athletics team when I was in secondary school. I competed in a rugby team as well. Those times I was very slim, I was really skinny, but I was really participating in a lot of sports as well. And in terms of the age that I probably got into training, like really lifting weights, was when I was 16. That's when I seriously got into lifting weights, training in the gym, and keeping consistently as well. Shout out to one of my guys that introduced me to trading. I'll put a picture of him right here. Yeah, he introduced me to training. I was really skinny, I was slim as well, but he basically started me off into knowing what to do, showing me around like the exercises that I should do to start off with weight training in the gym, and he just got me started out and doing it. So shout out to him as well, respect. And then at that age, that's when I probably started getting into it, seriously into it as well. So got me into training was I just liked seeing the benefits of it. I just liked seeing the progress of it. It's like whenever you train, you will see like you can like compare the progress from then to now, and then that sort of motivates you to keep going. And I just like seeing that. For me, whenever I train, like for example, like let's say you want to get big arms in it, and the next thing you know, the next year you compare the size from but then you can see the progress. I like seeing the progress of side of it. And also is that by me training, it sort of disciplines my mind to keep going, and also you develop this sort of strong discipline at it. So for me, it's just more, for me, I just can relate to it by training. It's just so relatable to me, so that's why I love about training in general. But yeah, and this is how before, I show a picture of how I look before and after. You can just see the difference of progression in general. So that's just how I like to train. So now that I discussed about my background in terms of from when I've been training at a young age and experiences, I'm going to be discussing the main important things to be doing when training young, and things to be acquiring to. Now, the main important things when training young is to build a solid foundation. What I mean by this is to just following the basics, fundamentals. So making sure that you do your bodyweight exercises, build that solid strength, bodyweight strength. So this could be doing pull-ups, for example, doing 20 push-ups comfortably, doing 10 to 15 pull-ups comfortably, and doing 10 to 15 dips comfortably at your own body weight. So developing that body weight strength as well, that in itself, you're building that solid foundation. Then later on, once you build that solid strength, body weight strength, then you can move on to the weights, making sure that you're doing those body weight exercises using solid forming technique, which is crucial at training at a young age. You want to really develop that technique. Another way of getting into any form of physical foundation is to do any form of physical activity, whether it's playing football, basketball, like badminton, table tennis. You're just moving about, man. For me, I did rugby when I was young as well. Any form of physical activity, sprinting, running, skipping, cardio, just keeping active in general, rock climbing, even that in itself is a form of building a solid foundation, using your own body weight. Just keeping active in general. When you're young, it's important to keep active, because that's when you're growing, you're maturing, So do any form of physical activity. That will also be a big benefit in general. And also make sure you eat your proper food intake, nutrients, getting your important foods, your good carbs. So for example, like getting your complex carbs in, your pasta, rice, whole grains. You need that energy. I'm telling you need that energy. Getting your good proteins in, fish, chicken, beef, all that good protein in, and healthy fats. Get your olive oil, your healthy fats, understanding getting a good understanding of good quality nutritious food. Eating when you're young, it's important to eat healthy in general. Get your calorie dense food in, and then when it comes to rest and recovery, it's so important to make sure that you get an adequate rest and recovery when you're training when you're young, because when you're resting and recovering, that means you're growing, and you're sort of building it and repairing itself. So your body's breaking down and repairing, and that's where you see the most growth and the most gains by that, and the most growth. So it's really important that you get your sleep in. Make sure you get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep per day. Making sure you get hydrations, drink a lot of water, because hydration is important in general. Our body is made of cells, 70% water, so that's in itself is good for growth in general. Keeping hydration, getting your vitamins, minerals, multivitamins, the important minerals. So that in itself you see the most good things out of it. It's always important to keep your immune system healthy. That's the most important thing in general. And then keeping fit and active in general, and resting as well. You don't want to train every single day. You need to give your body rest, because your body's maturing at a young age. That age is growing and is developing. And in terms of resistance training, my opinion, and this is just my opinion that I'm speaking, You can do resistance training when you're young, but just keep it at moderate to lightweight. You don't want to go too heavy too soon, and you don't want to go heavy weight and then your form is rubbish. And so my opinion is practice doing light to moderate weight and making sure that your form is always in check. When you're doing it, always ask for professional advice about your form. So whether it's asking a personal trainer, like doing a video of, like for example, you can be doing a video of curling like a weight, and then sending a video to a personal trainer and asking them for form feedback, critiques, so they can critique your form, see what you need to work on. Maybe the shoulders don't use your momentum, or you don't swing the weight back, keeping your back straight when you're doing it, and good posture as you're doing the weight. So always ask for feedback on your form and critiques as well. And also when it comes to training and lifting weights, the main number one thing is form and technique. Nailing down the form and keeping it to moderate weight at most. So you don't want to be lifting too heavy weight, because my thing, if the weight is too heavy for you at a young age, you're gonna kind of like there's a bit of a shock to your body. Your body, your central nervous system, when you lift a lot of heavy weight, it puts a lot of pressure on your central nervous system, so your body is kind of being in survival mode basically. So that's a shock. It's a big shock to your body, and your joints as well needs to get used to that heavy load. So that's why when it says that train at a young age may start your growth, that in itself is where is a thing where you should consider. So when it says when lifting weights, people say that lifting weights will start your growth or not. The only exception is if there's a lot of heavy weight, whereas you're doing rubbish form, terrible form at a young age, and it's basically risking yourself to get injured. Number one, by risking yourself to get injured at a young age, that in itself is detrimental to your growth in itself. Another thing is doing it extreme, that will basically is a shock to your body. So a thing where it shocks your body at a heavy load, that in itself is, what I'm saying, it's something that it's for later on. So let's say I would say when you hit at least 16, you can start, if you as long as your technique and your form's in check, then you can push to do heavyweight, but always making sure that you don't rush to do those heavy weights, and you always making sure that your technique is on point when you train heavy as well, because training heavyweight is always a risk of injury. There's always that risk that you feel. So even though then you're just making sure that you supervise at all times and you do it correctly, you nail the form down correctly. So that's my thing on if you're young and you should be training heavy. But anyway, that's just my advice, that's just my opinion. You always do your own due diligence. Don't just take my opinion and just go by it. Do your own due diligence beforehand. And yeah, if you agree with me, write it down in the comments. If you disagree with my opinion, then write it down in the comments. As I said, my opinion, my experience in general. So yeah, this is just a video on whether you should be training when you're young. So hope you guys just did enjoy this video. Something different, like just something that I should share my point of view in, because for me as a trainer myself, I see this obviously young people want to get into training, and it's just becoming of a big thing nowadays in training in general. And that's just my opinion. I'm just give my opinion on that. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Hope I gave you insight in this video, and something for you to learn and consider about. If you have someone that's young and getting into training, or you know someone that's young, or you yourself are young and you want to get into trading, hope you yeah, just take everything as my opinion, and yeah, go do your own research as well. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, comment, share this video as well. Anyone who wants to get into trading and they're young, share this video to them, and subscribe as well. Support the team. Videos like a lot of videos like this. Let me know what videos you want to see content wise. Anything I will put in this video, this channel, any sort of content. I'm just mixing up the content. I'm just doing sit down videos. I want to try and do more sit down videos as well. Get it more out, get the content information out there, and yeah, and then I'll still do my fitness videos as well. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.